Winter storms have a way of silencing the world, blanketing the land in a cold, eerie stillness. But what if that silence isn't empty? What if it's filled with whispers from the past, echoes of lives lost to the unforgiving cold? Today we're taking a look at 3 of those chilling tales and the ghosts they may have left behind. Hello friends, my name is Marcia, and this is Midwest Ghost Hunters. Known as the White Hurricane, the blizzard of 1978 devastated the Midwest and Northeast from January 25th to January 27th. With hurricane-force winds and up to 25-foot snowdrifts, the storm paralyzed cities like Columbus and Detroit. Power outages, stranded vehicles, and plunging temperatures left thousands at the mercy of nature's fury. Amid the chaos, tales of resilience emerged. Neighbors helped one another dig out from snowdrifts and shared resources with stranded travelers. Emergency workers braved the elements to save lives, exemplifying a spirit of community. And some say the storm stirred restless spirits. Ghostly figures dressed in outdated clothing appeared in rural areas that vanished when approached. Rescuers heard faint cries for help in areas where no one could be found. And abandoned cars used as shelters during the storm became associated with eerie sounds and strange occurrences. Could these stories be tied to earlier tragedies in the region, such as the Armistice Day Blizzard of 1940 or the Great Blizzard of 1913? For those who lived through it, the blizzard of 1978 is more than a historical event. It's a memory of resilience and community spirit. While the storm was a sobering reminder of nature's power, it also showcased humanity's capacity to come together in time of crisis. On November 11, 1940, a warm, pleasant day turned deadly as a sudden Arctic front brought freezing temperatures, heavy snow, and hurricane-force winds. The storm struck during duck hunting season, leaving hunters stranded in freezing water. Over 150 people perished, many in rural areas or along the Mississippi River. Families mourned lost loved ones, and entire communities faced economic devastation as livestock and livelihoods were swept away by the storm's ferocity. Paranormal activity reported after the storm include hunters dressed in early 20th century gear being spotted along the riverbanks, vanishing as quickly as they appear. Witnesses describe stepping into past landscapes, seeing old buildings, or encountering spectral figures in period clothing. Muffled cries and warnings are said to echo across snow-covered fields during winter storms. Believers in the paranormal often point to the immense emotional and physical energy unleashed during the blizzard as a catalyst for supernatural activity, removing the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds, allowing spirits to manifest. This historical event also invites reflection on the profound impact such storms can have, not just on lives and landscapes, but perhaps on the spiritual and emotional fabric of the communities they touch. The Great Blizzard of 1913, also known as the Freshwater Fury, struck the Great Lakes region with unparalleled force from November 7th to the 10th. This storm remains infamous for its devastating impact on shipping, the loss of over 250 lives, and its staggering accumulation of snow and ice, with hurricane-force freezing winds and 35-foot waves sinking vessels and stranding entire crews. Some areas, including Cleveland, Ohio, saw more than 22 inches of snow in less than 48 hours, while others experienced freezing rain, sleet, and ice accumulation. This storm defied predictions of the era and took the region completely by surprise. Over the years, tales of paranormal activity have emerged, adding an eerie dimension to the storm's legacy. Sailors report seeing ghostly freighters in the mist, often accompanied by cries for help. Lighthouses, like Crisp Point and Marblehead, are said to host restless spirits of keepers who perished during the storm. Muffled shouts and ringing bells are often heard on calm nights across the lake. These stories capture the sorrow and mystery surrounding the storm, as well as the enduring connection between the living and the spirits of those lost to its fury. The Great Blizzard of 1913 remains a powerful reminder of nature's fury and humanity's vulnerability in the face of it. It also carries the legacy of ghostly tales that continue to captivate and intrigue. Whether these stories are echoes of the past or products of the human imagination, They add a haunting dimension to one of the most catastrophic storms in American history. For those fascinated by the paranormal, the Great Blizzard of 1913 stands as an example of how tragedy and the unknown often intertwine, leaving behind stories that endure long after the snow is melted. What ties these stories together is not just the raw power of nature, but the deeply human struggles against it. Winter blizzards have an eerie way of isolating people, cutting them off from safety and leaving behind stories that endure long after spring has arrived. Perhaps the spirits of those who perished in the cold aren't truly at rest, or maybe it's the landscape itself, a frozen reminder of what was lost, that keeps these memories alive. Whatever the cause, the ghosts of blizzards reminds us of the fragility of life in the face of nature's fury. These stories are chilling reminders of the past, quite literally. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the haunting power of a winter storm. So the next time you hear the wind howling through a snow-covered landscape, listen closely. You might just hear whispers from the ghosts of blizzards. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and may the truth reveal itself in the shadows.